So what you heard earlier comes from a book called Figuring, which I wrote to explore the human search for truth and meaning, for beauty, for belonging, for love, looking at how the universe within shapes our understanding of the universe without through the lives of several historical figures, beginning with the astronomer Johannes Kepler in the 17th century, who devised the laws of planetary motion while his mother was on trial for witchcraft, and ending with the great marine biologist Rachel Carson, whose 1962 book Silent Spring catalyzed the environmental movement. But a quarter century before that, Carson did something very special. She, at the time, was working as an employee for the government for the Fish and Wildlife Service and was tasked with creating a report on the findings of the agency. She turned in something so beautiful, so poetic, that her boss said, we can't publish this. But as she was leaving kind of dejectedly, he winked at her and said, you should submit this to The Atlantic as a literary piece. And so she did. It was published in 1937 under the title Undersea, and it did two extraordinary, unprecedented things. One, she invited the human imagination to consider for the first time, from the perspective of non-human creatures, the world below the surface, at the time a world more mysterious than the moon. And she also pioneered a whole new aesthetic of writing poetically, lyrically about science and the natural world. So this little bit I'm going to read are actually her words that come from this piece, Undersea, in 1937. Who has known the ocean? Neither you nor I, with our earthbound senses, know the foam and surge of the tide that beats over the crab hiding under the seaweed of his tide pool home, or the lilt of the long, slow swell of mid-ocean, where shoals of wandering fish prey and are preyed upon, and the dolphin breaks the waves to breathe the upper atmosphere. Nor can we know the vicissitudes of life on the ocean floor, where sunlight, filtering through 100 feet of water, makes but a fleeting, bluish twilight, in which dwell sponge and mollusk and starfish and coral, where swarms of diminutive fish twinkle through the dust like a silver rain of meteors, and eels lie in wait among the rocks. Even less is it given to man to descend those 6 incomprehensible miles into the recesses of the abyss, where reign utter silence and unvarying cold, an eternal night. To sense this world of waters known to the creatures of the sea, we must shed our human preconceptions of length and breadth and time and place, and enter vicariously into a universe of all-pervading water. Rachel Carson.
And Maria Popova. Check out more of Maria's findings at brainpickings.org.